Thank you so much to all of you who have supported Unconceivable so far. The tour I'm doing now, it's all new material. It's different than what you see in Unconceivable. June 21st and 20th. I don't know why I'm going backwards. This weekend, I'm going to be in Cleveland. Then I'm heading over to London, Manchester, and Birmingham. Oof. It's not good or funny. It's 0 for 2, and I still did it. Then I'm going to Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. See, when the accent thing bombs, do it again in another country. Then I head out to Vegas, Baltimore, Ashville, Charlotte. Those were just added. Duluth, Georgia, just added. Dallas, Fort Worth, Fargo. See how I avoided the Fargo accent? Bakersfield, San Diego, Rochester, Denver, Batavia, Illinois, Portland, Eugene, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, Huntington, New York, Newton, New Jersey, Hermon, Maine, Mashantucket, wherever that is, Connecticut, that's Foxwoods, and the Wilbur in Boston to round out the year. JimNorton.com/tour for tickets. It's a new hour of material, so come on out and see it. Ari Matti is my guest. Thank you for coming. I'm happy you're here. I think you're really funny.
Thank you, Jim. I love you too.
Where are you from? I mean,
Estonia.
And you came to the U.S. when?
I've visited a few times. I lived in Canada, Vancouver, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I did some comedy there. I did the Seattle International Comedy Competition, so I got more introduced to the American stand-up culture. I always wanted to move here, but I never really had a opportunity because with visas and stuff, you need like sponsorship or a real.
Right.
It's hard to prove as a comedian. It's not like a regular job where you can just be like, oh, this is my employer. How do you explain to an immigration officer like, oh, it's come see my set.
Yeah. I'm just going to open mic for a few years and I'm going to be ready to support myself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then I auditioned for the mothership and then things just took off after that.
It was weird. Like, so are you in the process of getting, you have a green card? Are you in the process?
I have a work visa in the process of getting a green card, yeah.
Did it freak you out when Trump got elected? Were you nervous?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
In the list that he put out, there's like 100 Estonians there too, like who are meant to get sent out or something. But those are obviously legal. I'm not nervous in that sense. I'm fully legal. So, I do support. To be fair, I had this discussion with like a Uber driver, maybe from Puerto Rico or Dominican in New York. And he was telling me how he was like, bro, it took me 8 years and $500,000 to get this paperwork in order. And now they're just letting in left and right. And even he was like, there needs to be a system. What the hell did I do all this? So
for 8 years, my wife took 5 years, and it took a lot of money.
She's from Norway. Where I'm from or
Norway.
Something. Yeah.
She's from Norway. But the thing is, $500,000 in 8 years, he must have been ballooning heroin. He did something fucked up.
Probably. But I mean, my costs aren't cheap either.
No, they're expensive.
Expensive, especially if you want to get it done, like actually done.
Yeah, you have to go to a lawyer.
Yeah. And you can wait, on the regular list, you can wait 2 or 3 years sometimes to even get the interview.
Yeah, aren't you allowed to stay while they're doing that? Oh, the work visa might run out.
It's the bridging visa, yeah, that's what it's called. But then again, we have gigs in Canada, London coming up, so I'm trying to get the work visa and the green card at the same time.
So you can leave and come back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't want any problems. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking.
It is, yeah.
And we'll see what happens, but we're in the same process.
And you have to prove all that stuff, right? People always say, just marry a girl. Bro, it's like I've had friends who've married their spouses, like legitimate marriage, not some visa scam.
Right.
And I had a girl that I knew that she got, when she left LAX, she left the airport, the immigration officer followed her just to see who was picking her up. If it's the guy. If it's the guy.
Was it the guy?
It was, yeah, no, full, but thank God,
I wish we were faking it. You know how much I wish? That would be great to not actually be married, but just be lying. But no, we really are fucking married.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be faking it.
And in 90 Day Fiancé, that reality show, it's a great reality show if you want to learn about visa processes too. Because it's not only that you get married, you don't get the green card automatically. No. You're in like a K1 visa, which for 5 years you got to be in. So if you're like an old pervert, then you get some Thai girl who is going to pew off. You get that bitch for 5 years.
That's right. And it is a 90 Day Fiancé.
For 5 years, you get to fucking work this whore out.
I love when they don't know the visa process, but they're like, yeah, I'm going to get engaged and hopefully she'll be able to get the visa real quick and she can come over in like 2 months. I'm like, oh boy. Are you in for a fucking long haul?
Yeah. And then in 90, there's this great, there's one episode where there's this old bag of shit woman. Sometimes there's these old fucking fat women and they find like a hot 23-year-old from Zimbabwe. some banging dude. The dude looks like a supermodel, and they always want to be rappers or something. So,
Wait, oh, you mean not? Is it Usman? Not Usman. Is
well,
it
Usman was a great storyline, but
the singer, right? He was the rapper.
yeah, well, there was one, the Usman, who was
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, but he didn't know that there's a actual Soldier
Yeah,
Boy.
there's another guy doing the same
He
thing.
really fucked up by that.
Fucked up.
Jasmine and Gino, one of my favorite. This Brazilian girl is just mopping this guy up. Look at Gino, this fucking loser.
He is a bit of a mope. She's very sexy.
Super sexy and gets fucking crazy surgery and just yells at him. I love that.
Yeah, she's nuts. She'd be fun to hang out with for a weekend, but even by Saturday morning, you'd be like, all right, fuck. At least we get to go home tomorrow.
And there was this old bag of shit that found this hot, like, African dude. And he was, as soon as he got that paperwork in order after, like, 2 years, like, on the day, he literally, he just disappeared with a backpack from the house.
Was that Michael and Angela? She's an old lady. He was not exactly a model. I mean, Michael's he's like maybe, she's a 2, he's maybe a 3.5. Those
Not
two?
those, but I love those. That old fucking
Yeah. She's a big mess.
She's a big fucking mess.
She's a big
remember
mess.
She had 2. I've never seen 2 cigarette backs on the. She had Marlboro Reds and gold.
Yeah,
just for an aperitif and a digestif. Just fucking.
She's a real champ. But Michael, I think Michael took off too.
And this guy took off, and the neighbors, they did an interview with the neighbors. The neighbors were like, all we saw was a black man jumping over a fence with a backpack, you know.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then they found him in Miami and went to confront him. And actually, you can actually, because he didn't have his green card yet, he was just in the application.
Yes.
So she was trying to sue him. She had the paper. She went to the hotel. He opened the door. Dude, his face was like, please, he literally said, I just want a new life. And this whore is like,
Oh, she wanted him out. Yes. By the way, 720-820-1337. If you want to call, we'll be taking calls for a little while. If anybody wants to call in, I don't know what advice we can offer you. Probably something. You want to learn all about the fucking visa application process. We can help you with. Hi, you're on the phone with Ari and myself.
What's going on, boys? Dougie Snakes, calling from Canada.
what's up?
What's up, buddy?
How you guys doing today?
Very good. What's on your mind?
Do you guys ever struggle with death grip? You know what death grip is?
Death grip?
What's that?
I don't know what death grip is.
Death grip is, I used to be a
Hip-hop
cocaine
group.
addict, right? So, like, anytime I'm fucking a girl, like, I have to, like, always finish myself because the way I masturbate because I was a cocaine addict for, like, a decade. I desensitize my dick.
Yeah, so basically your dick has
Right?
like fingerprints, like a Stretch Armstrong. You've gripped it and tugged it so many times. You've desensitized yourself. Yes.
I love the description of death grips. An experimental.
Okay, so
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
I've sobered up.
Sir, hold on. Who sobered up?
Go ahead.
Ari was reading death grips on the Urban Dictionary.
It's either an experimental hip hop group from California, or an aggressive two-handed hand job, often causing tears in the skin and losing circulation to the penis.
Wow, death grip. I've never heard of that, but dude, I fucked up my dick
Two-handed.
so bad. I use 2 hands too, but the second one is literally just a thumb that snakes into my asshole. The first one covers my entire dick, and the second one snakes down to my asshole. Hey, I desensitized my dick at one point. I went for these weird treatments where they take like this. You do like these shock therapy on your dick a little bit. It does micro tears. And it actually, the healing forces blood back into your dick to heal, and it actually does work. For the guy who's on the phone, your dick is desensitized. Can you still get hard?
I still get hard, can still come. I'm trying to get at it by not watching porn and jerking off. I'm just trying to just fuck this new chick I've been seeing.
Yeah.
But the levels, like, it's basically, like, I basically got to torture her to come. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be on a Netflix documentary in a couple of years or anything like this, or I'm going to just choke her out. She's not going to wake up. But I'm just trying to get back to vanilla sex. I would like to get back to fucking ground zero.
Yes, I understand. You're far gone. You're like getting high every day, and now you want to just go back to occasionally having a beer. That's basically the equivalent. How often do you jerk off?
I used to jerk. I was a once-a-day guy, and then if I was doing blow, like, who knows, right? It was like 2 or 3 days, hollering on her 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Now I started seeing a girl like 70 days ago. I've jerked off like 4 times in the last 70 days. But I fuck her every day. So.
All right, well, that's not crazy, but just tell her the issue you're having. Maybe tell her, and then just leave your dick alone for a little while. You beat it up so badly. It's like a dog that you kick every day when you come home. Don't expect it just to run over and greet you because you stopped kicking it. You got to give it a little time. You've been beating your dick up for a long time. Let it breathe. Let it relax. Look up these PRP treatments. where they actually do little shocks on your dick, and it does actually work. I had Dr. Drew on recently, and he was saying that actually does work.
Jesus, I'd love
Yeah.
to be less sensitive.
Are you more? Would you blow fast loads?
So fast.
That's a gift. You're so lucky. You
No,
can-
so it's not a gift to her.
no, but yeah.
Ah, fair.
I mean, for me, it's like if I come quick, they're happy. That's less time they have to look at me. They're like there's a frog with tits, lamely pounding away at me. At least you're in shape. How long does it take you to come usually?
Me?
Yeah, like
Dude, fucking, if I want, 90 seconds. Like, if I want. But if I hold down the fort, like I think of fucking grandma.
Sure. Then 45 seconds.
Yeah. I love to put like a Netflix thing on that I kind of watch throughout. Just
You
to
can
take
do that?
I have to, because I'm going to come immediately. Wow. I can come literally if I have my jeans on and we're dry humping, if I want, I can come.
That's very healthy though, because it means that you
I
still.
can come in the shower just by giving it 2 jerks. Bah, full explosion.
That's how old a guy are you?
33.
You're very lucky, man. You're very lucky. Even though I know it's annoying sometimes.
It's annoying, yeah.
You want to maybe put some numbing cream on it.
I don't do coke either, and I'd love to just like do a 4-hour just tire out a hole.
I would take your problem, other than the guy who has just gripped his dick into a non-feeling tree root. I would much prefer to be very hypersensitive than not sensitive at all. At least you can come.
Yeah, but I'd love to have just a fucking
Are they all ready for a good fight? Like they're like, all right, this guy's in shape. He's from another
I know.
country. He's gonna knock my pussy through the floor.
I know exactly, and I talk a lot, and I'm Eastern European. They always think it's gonna be like Taken 2, where I'm gonna just fucking put you under a bed and shit, and then I'm literally like, yeah, do you want to talk?
Good for you. Can you go twice?
Yes, but I need to. But you know, the first time the primate brain is so strong because you're literally drooling.
Yeah.
But then the second and third, it gets to like now motorically trying to please, which is also I'm trying to be a nice guy.
Sure, you're a good egg.
But I wish I could have the first like that for hours.
Yeah.
For hours.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
That's everyone's dream.
Yeah. And I want to have such a big dick that it doesn't even fit. You know when guys have that problem?
I'm sure, of course I do.
You know when
My
guys
wife.
are like, you know when guys are like, I can't. You know when guys are like, oh my God, I can't even go all in. I'm like, oh, what a dream, dude.
Yeah, what it is a dream. It's hell for them, and it's a pain in the ass for the girlfriend. But I would love that reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Like,
fuck Jim. His dick's too big. I would
Yeah,
love
it
it.
literally hurts.
Yeah.
I'd love to send you to like actual medical issue. I want to have it's just a piece of meat that's like an issue.
Yeah, no, I've never. That's my dream as
I
well.
want a girl to go like, we can't fuck. That's my orgasm.
Yeah. Or if I tell a girl right now the way I am, I'm gonna fuck you hard. She's like, all right, no problem. Go
Yeah.
ahead. There's no threat.
How hard can it be?
Go ahead.
How hard can it be?
You're on the phone with Ari and Jim. How are you?
Thank you. I'm a big fan. This is an honor.
Thank you.
So basically, my question is, I'm a relatively new father. I love my little girl to death. Before I met my girl, I was a big piece of shit when it came to cheating and stuff.
Yep.
I turned my life around from that. But just the thought of my daughter going through that with a guy like me is just like it drives me, like the fear of it drives me nuts.
That
And the
she's
fear
gonna
of
meet a
having
guy
to
like
give her
you.
that advice.
That she's gonna meet a guy like
the fear
you.
of having to give her that advice. Yeah, just to let her know, like, I was that guy, and her just losing all respect for me.
You don't have to
It's
tell her
the
you were that
biggest fear.
guy. You don't have to tell her you were that guy. You can just say a lot of guys are like that. You don't have to tell every. Like my friend's got 2 sons, and he used to smoke a lot of pot, and he's a cop, and he's never told his sons that he used to smoke pot because he doesn't want them doing it and using his pot smoking as an excuse. You're the parent. You don't have to overshare everything, right? You don't have to tell. Did your parents tell you everything about themselves?
Dude, I did. I knew my dad and my real dad. I never even asked about it.
You didn't.
No, because we didn't talk like that.
You said your dad and your real dad. You have 2 dads?
Stepdad.
Oh, stepdad. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you close with both or no?
Everyone's dead.
They're all okay.
Everyone's
Were you close with them?
No,
Who were you closer to?
my friends.
I mean, your father, stepfather.
Well, I didn't even know the dad, but stepdad.
Oh, you
Yeah.
never met him. What did you know about him?
Well, he was went to work, piece of shit, cheated, all that. Yeah.
And your mom got rid of him.
Yeah.
I would be curious. I would have been curious about meeting him.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I mean, I've shot out a message like to my dad, like nothing has come back.
So you're saying, is he dead physically or metaphorically?
Metaphorically, dad's dead. Well, I thought he's really dead, but then at mom's funeral, I found out that he's alive. It's a whole, like, it's a very...
Okay, so your stepdad and your mom passed away, but your real father, who you have no contact with, is alive.
Yeah.
Does he want to know you or no?
I shot out the message, didn't hear back,
You never
Which
know.
also, but I'm also not like, I can't even go.
Right.
Gives a fuck.
He might, I don't know the guy. So he might have a new family, or some guys are just shit.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Some guys are just pieces of shit. And yeah, my producers reminded me that I do a chat GPT thing. I always forget to do it. I'm a fucking idiot. Where you know me, I like to roast people, but I don't feel like writing jokes. So I have chat GPT write a couple of roast jokes about all of my guests.
That's so funny, dude.
These are
and
gems.
I'm gonna be scared, dude. Every time I even peek at ChatGPT or AI, I get scared for the future. Have you seen AI girls now?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I may have and don't
They're
know
coming.
it.
Yeah, exactly. They're coming, Jim.
But I'll say I think stand-ups are safe for quite a while. I don't think that we're going to get wiped out immediately. You'll with jokes like this, you'll see. I don't know. It's getting there.
It's like one of those. I always say that stand-up is one of those art forms that can even comment on its own demise. Like even if AI takes
That's
over,
right.
we can kind of riff on AI
Killing us.
killing us. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Ari Matti is what happens when a Viking gets concussed one too many times and decides to tell jokes instead of pillaging. Ugh. Oof. Isn't that just...
He called me a Viking. I'll
It's
take
just
that.
it's terrible.
I would have said instead of and pillaging.
You would
It's a
have
good word.
been pillage, yes.
But ChatGPT doesn't want to say that. See,
Not at
that's
all.
what I got on him.
Yeah.
He don't have the edge.
They call it rapping and pillaging.
I will say the N word. He won't.
Ari's act is so aggressive. I'm surprised he hasn't been drafted into a war he started by accident. I mean, these are things you fucking... All right, one more. These are very bad.
I like these.
These are terrible, Ari. Ari Matti's stage presence is so intense, it feels like he's either about to tell a joke or challenge the audience to a fist fight. Just gives it just strengthens my belief that comics are okay for a while.
For a while.
Thank God that they are so... I have them write the intros once in a while, and they're so weak and tepid. Once in a while, they'll get a good one, but typically they miss everything that would be funny, and they put too many words.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They always go, it's very generic, yeah.
How did you get on Kill Tony? Like, were you living here, or did you travel to be on the show?
No, dude, I was in, I've tried stand-up everywhere. I was living in London for a little bit, London, the UK, because it was super easy with visas and stuff, and the scene is quite good. The only bad side is British comics,
Are they bad?
Well, how many quips can I hear in
Yeah.
a line? How many witty observations is enough? You know what I'm saying?
You're not a big quip guy.
Every time I didn't get a spot at clubs, I would be like, can I replace one of the 14 guys doing, all right, hey.
You felt that they were kind of, some of the
No,
jokes were cute.
it's not that. I just like American stand-up. I just like the personality, storytelling based, where it's not only about the writing, it's about the story, the history, it's like American stand-up is also always very honest, it's always been like that.
Oh, personal, yeah.
Very personal, yeah, and it has that, yeah, I just like that. And so there's great British comics that have adapted that with the British style,
Yeah.
and done a whole thing. That's very true.
Jimmy Carr is very funny. He does one-liners, but they're barbaric.
They're
Like,
barbaric, and he's like the archetype of like, that's the best. I don't want to see a shittier Jimmy Carr.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least sometimes in America, you might not see technically the best guy, but you'll see somebody with a story, a look, a thing, and I love that. I love that. It's just in America, you can literally be 2 years in and still have a full panic attack on stage, but you're so unique that we still gravitate towards that story. And
Yes.
I love that style. But I was not getting any stage. I was kind of struggling. But then I came here, and I thought it's maybe, people always said the gold rush is over.
Yeah.
It's over. But then I just signed up 9th of December I came here. I signed up for the audition at Mothership. And then the same time, Kill Tony was recording in the other room. And they just said, you got to have him on. And then I did it one time. And then me and Tony started talking a little bit. He's like, I need a new regular. I was like, okay. I thought about it a little bit. It did seem a lot of pressure. And also, I knew about Kill Tony because I'm a comedian, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite know the depth of what's coming.
Yeah.
Because even in the past year, it's gone.
It's got, yeah, you were at the Garden. I mean,
Yeah, you were at the Garden.
Yes.
You were, dude, both nights, that's like a master class of comedy.
thank you. It went pretty good. I mean,
Oh, pretty good. Dude, you fucking mopped the floor over there.
I was happy. I was very happy that he asked me. It was really cool of Tony to ask me. But I did the Garden. I've said this before. I did it once
you
before.
Did 3 minutes. Dude, do you know how hard that is? Because you're like a seasoned headliner, and sometimes those guys will not even know what a 3 minute. I know plenty of guys who I would say do 3 minutes. They're like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And I totally get that.
He did. We did 5. But,
Yeah, but still.
but Dice did an hour and 20.
Yeah, Dice did an hour 45. Dice and Holtzman did an hour 45.
Yeah, Holtzman was on. Was he on the first night or the second night?
He was the second night, and he like ran almost where Tony got fucking fined because, you know, Madison Square Garden is super
Yeah.
strict with the unions and shit. But that's Holtzman. And see, Tony also knows you can't tell Dice 5 minutes.
No.
It's not.
Summer is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all the things that you like to do in the summer. For me, it's to sit outside on a gentlemanly terrace. The number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer is cooking inside. It sucks. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals. They're ready in 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Also taking all the annoying thinking out of eating well. They arrive fresh. They're ready to eat. They're perfect for an active lifestyle over summer and beyond. My lifestyle's not even active. I just go out and do sets every night, and I don't feel like debating what I'm going to eat. I want something that I know is going to be good. They have 45 weekly menu options. I was using another company, and their options just weren't as good. They didn't have nearly as many, and this is just better. You can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. So anything you're doing to work on yourself, they have food that will accommodate that, and it's really good food. Powers your day, sun up to sundown. Nutritious breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, guilt-free snacks and desserts. That's another thing I absolutely love because I love to snack and I love desserts, and they have healthy options. Factor has got your whole day covered. A couple of the things I like, and I like to look at the pictures. They get these. You can't see it from where you are. They got these great pictures. The high protein stuff. They have salmon. They have rice. Delicious carb conscious. I happen to love the steak and the chicken. I also love the shrimp. They have this amazing shrimp, fiber-filled, satisfying meal. 6 grams of fiber. I just know it tastes good and it feels healthy to eat it. And the chicken is fantastic. So I would absolutely go and go pick out your meals. You can change it from week to week, which is another thing that's great. So you're never going to get bored. That's why people fall off of diets and they fall off of healthy eating, because you wind up getting bored. You're eating the same crap every day and you're like, I got to switch it up. And that's why I like Factor so much. Get started at factormeals.com/Norton50off. That's Norton50off. Use the code Norton50off. Get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code Norton50off. Factormeals.com/Norton50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/Norton50off. They're delicious meals. You have a variety, and you can change them up. Give it a shot. 50% off plus free shipping off your first box. Don't you want to look as handsome as I do? How did it feel to go on and have all those people know you?
It's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
But literally go from open mic, auditioning, trying to find whoever takes me. JFL, nobody wanted me.
Of course, right? Yeah.
And then to go to Madison Square Garden with people who actually want to hear your stuff, you know. It's
Are you
crazy.
doing the Killers of Kill Tony tour?
Yeah, I'm almost on every day.
How many of you guys are on that? Who's on that? Yourself, I'm going to guess Casey, Hans Kim.
Cam Patterson, David Lucas. Yeah, it's like a whole thing, yeah. And
Is there a host, or do you guys just alternate?
Just a shotgun.
That's great.
Dude, and it's great. And these fans are so hardcore. These fans are so fucking hardcore.
I don't know Martin Phillips.
Yeah, he's the guy who walks all fucked up.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he talks like this, like RFK.
That's Martin. Yeah. That's Martin Phillips.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't recognize his name, but your excellent impression. I do recognize
Dude, he
him.
just, we drove from fucking Fuckville to, I don't know, one of these, Chesterfield to Louis, I don't know, one of those places for 3 hours. He drives a regular car, you know that, right?
He does.
He just rents a regular car. They just give it to him.
And there's no like he's not. Oh, yeah, I guess
That's what I thought. He has one of those where he bites to go and fucking puts a knee to brake.
Yeah, a
blow.
tube.
Yeah, blows to change lanes. Nah, he's just fully with the regular. He just leans towards the wheel, hopes for the best.
Good for him.
Yeah,
What
good
balls.
for him. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
I respect
He's
that.
taking over people, flipping them off.
Good for him.
Yeah.
We have another phone call. All right, you're on the phone with Ari Matti and Jim Norton.
Hey, all right. Saw you when you were in Durham. You were kicked ass. That was awesome.
Sorry, where?
Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, you were great. Congratulations on your success. I guess
Thank
long term, man. What are you looking at? Do you want to break into like movies at some point? Where do you want to take this comedy thing?
No, I'm not interested in movies right now, unless it's if a James Bond villain. I don't want to be the main villain. I'm not Jacques Bardot. I can't fucking.
Yeah.
But I can be the guy, maybe one line, and then I die. I want to be that guy.
You want to be like the villain's henchman
with the weird scar.
who does one thing and then gets
I have
killed.
a knife, maybe a cool knife.
But
And
you
I'm-
get killed by the lead. You get
100%.
killed by Bond. Yeah.
and viciously killed.
Yeah.
Viciously. And I'll have a great death. I'll kill a death. That's the only thing that I'm into. I just like the style of Bond movies. But stand-up wise, what I'm focused on right now, I really want to build like a good new hour that is not like a thing where it's like, oh, he's the Kill Tony Estonian guy, or like I want to actually build and represent Eastern European comedians and do American style comedy. You know, it's not only like in my country. I wanna
Right.
do just a good polished hour where people will be proud of me.
How many different languages have you done stand up in?
3. I've tried 3. Yeah. Finnish,
English?
Estonian.
Oh, is Finnish and Estonian close or no?
No, not really, but they do sound similar, but the words are different.
How'd you learn Finnish?
Because my stepdad was Finnish, and
Oh.
I'm half Finnish too.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
But you grew up in Estonia, right?
Estonia, yeah.
Estonia. Well, how dumb, and what an uneducated, I'm a high school
I don't give a
dropout.
fuck.
But
too.
you grew up in Estonia and then went back and forth between there and Finland, or no?
A little bit, yeah. Winters in Finland, yeah.
I'm fascinated with anyone who can speak more than one language. It's so impossible to me. Like my wife's Norwegian, and to
Yeah.
hear her going in and out. I mean, how the fuck do you do it? I can't comprehend another language.
Yeah, Americans have a term like bilingual. We just say not retarded. Like if you, dude, if you speak one language in Estonia, like only Estonian, you're the village guy. You're the
The fucking pointy hat idiot shitting into his pants. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got it. And I would be that guy because I took French in high school. I couldn't get it. I could count to 10. That's all I can do. I fucking hate it.
But then again, if all of the greatest movies and stand-up specials were done in English, I wouldn't speak another language either. Fuck you. I'm not learning fucking.
No, but there's other reasons. Like Spanish is a really good one to learn living
Spanish
here.
yeah, I love Spanish. It's a beautiful language. It's so much fun. Every time I speak Spanish, I'm like, it's just such a fun language.
What is your, without saying it in English, what would your opening joke be in Finnish?
The N-word. I've done that. When I do gigs in Estonia, I always open with the N-word and I say it's good to be home. And
That's funny.
And I get a standing go.
They love it.
And then they go, the boy's back.
The boy is back. Welcome home, son.
And they literally at meet and greet, they go, thanks for America not ruining you.
Yeah, I want to hear you say something in Finnish. Like
No niin, nyt mennään kotiin vittu. Kato kun tässä on Jim Norton ja hänellä on niinku pieni podcasti.
What'd you say?
I just said you have a little podcast here and I'm with Jim.
Okay. So you can do a whole hour like that?
It's gonna sound a bit. It's gonna lose its touch a little bit, you know.
That's
At some point, you're like, okay.
It's still pretty impressive. No,
I
I
can
don't,
do
I don't want you to do an hour like that now. I'm
Yeah,
saying in general.
Estonian I can do like confidently, but Finnish is a bit like it sounds.
What's the difference between these languages and English? Like where your jokes, where the punchlines land, what makes it funny?
See, people always, that's what they ask is like, can you translate? See, it's always like a premise is a premise. Everybody hates their wife.
Yeah.
Everybody hates their wife. You go to Mongolia, they hate their wife. If you can make that connection, everybody hates their wife.
Saudi Arabia, they hate all their wives. Yeah.
Everybody hates their wives. Yeah. Everybody hates wives. Everybody loves gay people. Everybody loves gay people. Everybody loves jokes about gay people.
Jokes about them, yes.
We love jokes about gay people. We love jokes about racism. We're all a little racist. Everybody's like that. So there's that. But can you really translate? No, because even the way I sound in Estonian is totally different than the picture you have in your head. In English, I have this crazy fucking weird accent that I have to now like recalibrate because I'm presenting myself in a different way. So, and I'm a big timing guy. I have bad jokes, dude. I'm not a great joke writer. I just do a lot of act outs, timing. So I'm trying to find my voice. So it is like I have totally two different styles almost.
Right.
Which are kind of blending together more and more. When I started in English, I actually had a less of an accent because I was trying to imitate.
Yeah.
As an immigrant, you're extremely malleable because it's still my second language, not my mother tongue. So all my influences are from Western media rather than your groups or friends. I'm sure you have things where you say or do, where you laugh in a certain way, where you think of a childhood friend. That's what he used. That's how humans are.
Yeah.
So we just adapt to our surroundings, you know. So it is kind of. So now I'm playing more with like letting go of any influence and just trying to be as Estonian as I can and trying to blend those two worlds.
Yeah, you know, it's hard at first. Like, who am I going to be on stage? How much of myself?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of you become more comfortable, and you're like, no, I'm funny, and you start to figure out who you are. It sounds corny, but I mean that really is what it is.
And if I I was in the tour bus with David Lucas and Cam Batterson. He has his own family, 7 black people. You know, I'm so malleable. By the end of the night, I'm black. I'll be on stage like it what it is. I literally change so easily because I'm like influenced like that.
Right, because you're learning, like still learning American culture. I mean, you're from somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. And
how was it being on the bus with Cam and David Lucas?
Hilarious.
It was fun.
I mean, black people. I've never seen somebody just start this car stereo and just go to that whatever's the top. That's where we start that.
Well, that comes from a lot of times they don't usually set the volume. When you're stealing a car, you just kind of get in and take it. And whatever the volume is, you just kind of live with it.
Yeah. It's so much fun, yeah.
So you guys did a bus tour. Did you take a bus from Austin and go out, or did you fly?
No, we just flew out, but then we always do a weekend. Friday one place, like Durham was Saturday. Friday was Ashville, North Carolina.
And then you come back.
Yeah, and then we fly back.
All right, your phone call. Anybody on the phone for Ari and myself?
I don't think French is the most beautiful spoken language.
Sorry about that.
Hold on, fella. Because we're looking at a chart, 8 sexiest languages, and I agree with Ari Matti. French is not the most beautiful.
It's not even close. Spanish for sure, bro.
German, no. But then again, I like fucking
most beautifully sung language. Have you heard Rammstein? Who made this list? This is some stupid Arabic. This is some diversity hiring shit.
I would take German, though, as the sexiest language because, again, I like dominatrixes, and a German dominatrix doesn't. When she's pissed on somebody, she's not playing games.
Yes. Little man. Little man. They'll call you a little man.
What's your name, sir? Thank you for calling.
While you have a mouthful of German piss.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. Avoid the caviar. All right, go ahead, sir. Sorry. We're doing scatological humor.
We love German piss.
Yeah, we love a good German tinkle. A good Steinful.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, fella.
It's your birthday today?
No, they just say that to annoy people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not till July.
Hilarious.
Hi, guy.
Hilarious.
My name's Renee. I'm in Denver. Ari, I was actually curious if maybe you're going to add some more shows since all your shows are sold out. I spaced out and wasn't able to get a ticket. So I was really looking forward to seeing you.
There was already 6 shows, but no, I don't think we're adding right now. But I'll come back another weekend.
Are you doing the Comedy Works?
Yeah.
It's such a great place.
Yeah, it's my first time. I've heard it's amazing.
Oh, it's great. It's one of the best rooms. There's 2. There's the downtown one and the suburb.
Yeah, I'm doing the downtown one.
That's a great club.
Yeah, we're blessed this month. We have Ari Matti, Ari Shaffir, and Bobby Kelly all in the same month.
God.
That's so maybe Ari Shaffir or Bobby Kelly. If Ari Matti's sold out, why don't you go to Bobby or Ari Shaffir?
Oh no, I already got tickets for Bobby Kelly because those didn't sell out, obviously.
What's your favorite restaurant in Denver?
Yeah, you know.
I mean, poor Bob. That's not very nice. Nor is it very surprising. All right. There's a great steak place by the Comedy Works. You've never been. It's do you know what that's called? There's a steakhouse right across the street from the Comedy Works.
No, honestly, because that's like downtown.
You know what? I don't even need an answer.
I just saw your voice.
It's an asshole question. I'm sorry. It's a stupid question. It's Fleming's. And the fact that I asked you that on a podcast instead of just looking
actually,
up later.
there's a Ruth's Chris down there.
I hate Ruth's Chris because I hate Ruth's Chris saying it. Saying it's a fucking annoying. Ruth's Chris.
Well, he did it for the
Thank you for
for the show.
All right, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you for the call. This was
Thank
an
you.
amazing experience for all of us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have fun at the shows. You're gonna like Denver. There's not a lot to do in downtown Denver, but it's such a cool fucking place. It's
I've
such
heard the vibe is good.
and
yeah.
the crowds are so good in that room. You're gonna destroy in that room. Who you work with? Do you know, or just local guys?
I'm bringing Liz Platt with me.
Nice.
She's a powerhouse.
Nice. It's nice to have a friend on the show.
I
too.
I always bring her, and she's also like, she yells she'll say within the first 3 minutes of the show and
Good.
yell at guys and be like, look at my pussy. If you don't eat it, that's
Oh, good for her. She fucking she goes for it quickly.
she goes for it. She just sets the tone. Like if you don't like her, don't even stay for me.
Yeah, you're not going to enjoy the show. That's
Exactly.
great. That's basically the warn. That's the fucking warning shot. If you don't like
I
this,
know.
you're not going to like me.
I love openers like that.
Yeah.
That just break the room.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking. It's over. The rules are out the window.
Yeah.
We're gonna yell crazy shit. This is how it is.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And headlining for you, the pressure. The only thing about headlining that sucks is the check spot. But you must love being the guy.
The check spot. When I used to grind in Canada and stuff, you developed an act around the check drop.
Yep.
You know, and I kind of forgot that because I went back to Estonia. I started doing. We don't have clubs. We just do theaters there, and then I started getting like. Because in a theater, all the attention is on you, so you have a lot of control.
Yep.
So then you would kind of forget what it's like to have a little bit of a push and pull.
Yeah.
And in American stand-up culture, push and pull is very common. There's a drunk guy, the waitress is too loud, there's an offer, there's steaks, there's a fucking fajita sizzling.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Someone orders a fucking blender drink.
A blend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so there's like more stuff going on. So now I had to like recalibrate back to that. I hate the check drop though.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's when for anyone who's not sure, we're talking at like 4. If you're doing like an hour set or 50-minute set, 35 minutes in or whatever, they do last call and they drop the checks, and everyone is looking at their check, paying it. So you're literally talking to half a room that is not paying attention to you, and it doesn't matter who you are.
Doesn't matter who you are.
I'll a lot of times have it in the contract they can't drop the checks till after the show.
I can't wait to get to that point, dude.
Some of them still don't do it. Some of them say they're going to do it, and then I see checks going out, and I make a mental note: talk to the manager. But too late. The fucking
know,
it's
yeah.
blown. Sucks. Hi, you're on the phone with Ari Matti and Jim Norton.
Hello, this is Jesse the Body Ventura. How are you, Jim?
Hi, Jesse. That's a stunning impression. You didn't even have to say your name. I knew who you were trying to do.
Is that the guy who played somebody in Predator?
Yes, he was the he was one of the co-stars.
Holy shit, that is him.
Yes. What's
I
up,
just
sir?
wanted to thank you for your service for this.
Oh, I was enjoying watching
Sorry.
it all
Sorry, I-
collapse.
Oh, you have a beef, huh? You have a. What
I
did
totally,
you called him
totally
stupid or something?
fucking
Yeah.
collapsed. I was gonna call in with my Jesse Ventura impression, and I totally fucking collapsed.
Well, here's what you
Sorry
did.
about that.
You fucking spiraled. It was really great watching you spiral in that moment. You panicked and you spiraled and it fell apart, and I couldn't be happier. Good.
I'm a huge fan, Jim. Take care.
Thank you very much, sir. You have a good day.
Oh, he's
God
like a
bless.
guy who wants to be
You too.
taken seriously, huh?
Yeah, we had a big argument, and
Oh, what? He's like an actor, right?
he's an actor, and he was governor of Minnesota. He's not stupid.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I actually liked him when he was governor. He was. It felt like he was doing something original, but he and I just had an argument. I still get hate mail from his fans, and it's like
Really?
it's 16 years ago. Shut the fuck up! Holy shit, these babies. Anyway, hi, you're on the phone.
Who's a fan of Jesse Ventura?
He has a lot. He's a big conspiracy
Yo,
guy. A
what
lot
up?
of people. Yeah. What's up, man? What's your name?
Hey, sorry, I had the mute button on. Thought you guys understood sign language. My name is Kyle.
Hi,
I'm
Kyle.
a fan of yours, Jim. I'm rereading I Hate Your Guts right now, and
Thank you.
I just finished Colin Quinn's coloring book when he talks about you buzzing around like one of the insects since the Old Testament. Good book. But I need advice, Jim. You're one of my it's a great segment if anybody hasn't read it, but you're one of my favorite people. I've ever really reached out to you. I've seen you do stand up, and it was a huge inspiration to see you stand up for yourself and leave XM and go full time. I'm kind of in a dilemma like that right now. I have a semi-successful podcast. Like we interviewed Florentine and Vinny Brand, and actually we even had Bobo come on for a little bit. We interview a lot.
Wow.
Of
I mean, you really got the
started-
trifecta. I mean, after Florentine to go to
I
Vinny and
know.
then Bobo. That's not what you should say after I have a successful podcast. Florentine,
Semis, actually. He did say semis.
he did say semi, but he should have said not
they
at all.
weren't the only three.
This isn't even
They
semi. This
weren't
is a
the only
quarter.
three. Thank you, kid. I was on top of the mountain that day. No, so
what is
what
your-
I'm wondering is,
Yeah.
my podcast is called Full Size Podcast. I'm not here to plug that. I'm not here to plug anything, but I'm at a crossroad of my life. The podcast is mildly successful. We're starting to get interviews and get sponsorships. Actually, Jim and Sam, your show followed me on Instagram, which I had no idea why, but I was very honored by that. So thank you.
Don't thank
And
me. I
that's
don't
all
control the
taking off.
account.
It's like
I
all these
never would have
things are
followed you.
happening all at the same time.
Okay.
I know, because if you did, you would have never followed me. Bobo didn't either, so if that makes you
Sir,
feel
what
any
is
better,
it? What is? You're giving a lot of backstory.
and I have a good day job. Well, I want to know, how did you choose what to pursue? Because back in the day, you did O&A, you did stand-up, you did movies, you did TV, you did all kinds of things. What were some of the things that got you through the crossroads of figuring out what to stick with, or do you just fucking do everything you can and
Yes.
say fuck it?
Here's what I do, and this I advise any kind. I would juggle everything, knowing that eventually it was all going to go away one by one. So I continued to pay mortgage, and as things slowly start to slip away, you just keep doing the things that you're able to do. And I left SiriusXM, but they actually pulled their offer while we were in the middle of negotiations because they knew we were off for winter break, because they wanted to save money, and I think they wanted a more pop culture friendly morning show. And I'm this toxic old man. I get it. But I didn't just run away, but I just knew this is what I wanted to do, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. And every dummy says they're having fun. No one gives a shit. But this I actually really like doing.
Out of all those things that you're doing, what do you like the most?
So radio and stand-up are different. So as you know, it's so different. Oh, you're asking him.
Ask him.
I'm sorry. I'm actually answering the question. I'm forgetting I called in to ask Ari Matti a question.
I'm
no,
sorry.
No, you're right. He was
I'm
asking
sorry.
you. Sir, he was asking you,
Oh,
and
well,
I jumped in like a stupid asshole and answered. I'm fucking in my 50s. I'm not going to do a
okay.
podcast. Go ahead. Answer. Ari wanted to
all
know
right.
which
It's
of
all
those
right.
things do you like doing?
I honestly like the podcast and the Instagram, and I mean, they all fit in different time frames. It just seems like so much to juggle, and I honestly enjoy the podcast. I enjoy interviewing.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
with it.
Sorry.
So,
You're enjoying the upshot is this: you're enjoying what you do. You feel like you're getting a lot done. Does the day job enable you to do the podcast? Meaning,
yes, it does, and I don't want to turn my back on it.
so don't turn your back on it. Do them all. Keep juggling. It'll eventually work itself out.
All right.
If it's not natural, like if you can't go like, hey, I'm making enough podcasts, you're just starting to make podcast money. So keep making your living so it doesn't pressure you to do shit you don't want to do just for money. And then when the podcast is paying the bills, then you leave the day job. Yeah. Then yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Good. So
much.
You've been a great inspiration, bro. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've learned how to take a radio career and parlay it into a nosedive. All right. Who's on the if anybody calls in, okay, we'll chat for a couple of minutes. We went on Instagram on IG Live, but that guy, yeah, he's a podcaster who doesn't know exactly what he wants to do. It's one of those things where, do I quit, do I keep going?
He named a lot of. See, why I asked him, what do you enjoy the most? It's just because he was keeping naming credits and cool shit he's done. Where I'm like, are you actually enjoying it though? Because whenever I hear somebody go, I do social media, I'm like, what about what? They go like, oh, I do, fucking cars, and I go, okay, do you like cars or do you?
Right.
What's part of that do you actually like? Do you like the social media part or do you like the cars part? Like if somebody says they have a successful podcast, I'm like, does that mean you? If I think of a successful podcast, that means that I do it with somebody where I enjoy doing it. That's my range of success.
Yes.
Or do you mean successful podcast as like, oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay follows me? Like, is that important for you?
Yeah, and you want to make money. I mean, no matter how much fun you have, I would say making money is really important. Like, you know, you have to make a living doing it. Like, just having fun. You can't quit your job if you're fucking just having fun. I mean, I like bouncing a ball. I can't quit my job so I can bounce a ball all day. It's got to pay my fucking rent. So, yeah, if he's got a job that pays his bills, keep doing that and then have fun
100%.
with your podcast. Because then the podcast won't be fun. Anything you're doing won't be fun if you're not ready to make that your financial thing. You'll hate it. You'll fucking resent it.
It's a very common thing in stand-up that somebody makes the transition to go fully professional, and then what happens is, okay, now it's rent. So then you start doing corporate events. You start adapting your act a little bit to be friendlier and get more gigs. And then what happens is you create your own hell, basically. You start hating stand-up because you actually don't even focus on the act part. You're just always so stressed about the money part. Whereas, dude, a lot of, I would say my path was like, I was always a bartender because I could always do stand-up on my own terms. I could always have fun on stage because bartending paid enough. I didn't need a lot, but it paid enough for me to do stand-up on my own terms until the breaking point was clear where I was like, I was literally working as a bartender while literally putting the things together, being like, why don't I just do one weekend a month at a shitty club? Yeah. And then I don't have to bartend. So then it was clear that I can now make the transition on my own terms. But yeah, that's a very common thing. And people quit way too early, put all their eggs in one basket. And then you realize, oh shit, I'm actually 3 years into it and I'm not a headliner.
Exactly. Some fucking dumb dreamer who runs out and thinks, I'm going to make it big, because they got to stop with these fucking inspirational Hollywood stories. Like, I don't have one of those. Yeah, what were you doing? I was a waiter, and he just saw me, and I modeled. I need a story like that. See, I don't have one.
This is every time I watch something about stand-up, whether it's... And I love Pete Holmes' The Crashing series. I watched a few
Sure.
episodes. I love all those. But you know what I don't like about those? Every documentary, every series about stand-up is... Oh my God, I'm grinding away in New York City for 3 or 4 years and then I become a superstar.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, that's not the story 99% experience. 99% people experience, you will never make it. I want to hear those are the stories I love.
Yes, I'd be happy to tell you it. I can tell you what it's like to be a fledgling comic for a decade.
No, you're doing theater, so.
At least a decade before
you would be the classic Hollywood where I would be angry, where people are like, oh, look at this poor guy. And then I'm like, well, he's doing a fucking theater. And he's doing fucking, look at his Airbnb even. This is not the Airbnb of the story I want to hear.
I'm the guy who's like 65 and then comes out. I'm like the Rudy of stand-up. Like all the guys will get together and book a theater and pay people to come. And I'll come out and do 5 minutes and they'll all clap. For yeah, I'm the Rudy of stand-up. All right, we got a caller on. We want to talk with Ari Matti and myself. Hello. I don't want to keep announcing who we are. You know who we are. What's up?
How did you decide what to do in your life? You got so many options, but how do you just decide what to do?
What options did I have? I'm a fucking high school dropout, and I look like a reptile.
Yeah.
What you really think I had a lot of options? Like, what was this? Or a slug impersonator at parties? What do you think I was going to do, buddy? Ari might have had some other options. What else did you do besides this? Besides bartending? Did you have like a labor skill or anything?
Nothing. I went to college for 2 weeks, studied banking. I was like, this ain't shit for me. Too many numbers. I thought banking is like where we start fucking do deals. I wear a suit. I bang the secretary.
Sure.
I thought it's like cool.
Oh, you for banking, you said?
Yeah, for banking, yeah.
Oh, and you just hated it.
Well, yeah, it's so much math, dude. It's like all kinds of, you got to remember shit. And
that was in Estonia?
Yeah.
Is that what your mom or your dad wanted you to do?
Yeah, they always, that's
be a banker.
Yeah. But then I also tried mixed martial arts and I went 0-3 and I just...
oh, did you train? I didn't know you trained.
Yeah, I trained for a while in Straight Blast Gym, which is John Kavanagh and Conor McGregor and all those guys.
Oh, in Ireland. Okay,
it's just we had a subsidiary.
Sure. And what did you train in?
I was already started when it was all mixed together already.
Okay, so a little BJJ, some Muay Thai.
But mostly jiu-jitsu, because that's the most important thing you need to
My cardio, I take jiu-jitsu, it's so fucking hard to breathe. Like,
hard.
I have terrible cardio.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking...
Do your lungs hurt after training sometimes?
I've literally, again...
Because you're expanding so much during training.
Yes, and just like, you don't realize how exhausting it is to take a person down or to fight a takedown is a fucking... exhausting activity. I've actually just in rolling with people, I've actually tapped because I was so tired I couldn't breathe. I'm like, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. There's no air going in my body.
Yeah.
I hold my breath
crazy,
a lot.
by the way. That's great. I've never heard that.
Sometimes I forget to breathe. My guy will tell me, breathe. I just forget.
I didn't even touch you.
No, but I was like, if a guy's on top of me and I get claustrophobic and I can't breathe, we're rolling.
It sucks,
but again, they're either guys who are training me or I don't care.
Yeah.
I only train so I can like be okay in a street fight if I have to. You know what I mean? Like it's just for self-defense. I'm not going to go into a tournament. I would never embarrass the academy. Fucking Henzo Gracie's show up with a fucking, but with my gi and tap it. I tap the referee. I'm gonna go home. I haven't slept properly. I've got sleep apnea. Just fucking leave. So yeah, no, it's just for self-defense. But I love doing it.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, but that dream like let me know.
How did you lose?
Mental breakdown. All decisions.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I got choked out one time. I don't tap. You see, that's my motto.
Oh, you don't tap?
Well, I didn't even feel the choke was on.
You didn't realize
I
it.
just woke up and was happy.
Yeah, how was that?
That's funny when you. By the way, it's the funniest part when you go like this. Every time a fighter wakes up from a choke, always notice they always go like this. Like it's a well rest.
Well, they see all these people looking at them.
Yeah,
like, I must have won. Oh no.
Oh, everyone's paying attention. Yeah.
So you got how many times did you fight? What weight would you fight at? Like 170?
But sadly 185 and 205. But I should be fucking 155 or 170. But there was also amateur, so we didn't cut weight. You weigh in on the day of the match.
Sure.
So it was yeah. But yeah, then I had like an amateur kickboxing one and lost that one too in Estonia. But then I had one in Thailand that I won. I remember, but that was like a fucking with the headset and the fucking.
Oh, you were wearing gear and like,
yeah, it was everything.
pants.
So it was full amateur. But MMA was like semi-professional. You can hit on the ground but no elbows. So
Hey, it's still fighting.
like, yeah, in a cage. I still went for it.
It still makes you feel good. Obviously, like in real life, you can take care of yourself. I mean, compared to a guy who doesn't train.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm also like I didn't have that like I used to have a joke that in combat sports technique matters, but what really matters is whoever had the worst childhood.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta use. I'm a suburban kid. What trauma do I use? You know.
Yeah, but you know, I guess
like if your uncle fucked you up the ass, you're not gonna tap.
No, not unless someone grabs your ass. Like as soon as a hand goes to your asshole, you're like, all right, I just say uncle.
Yeah.
So to speak. Yeah, I guess so. The worst childhood probably does make you the toughest. Like a lot of guys, I've interviewed a lot of fighters, they have like fucking, their big brother would beat them up or they would have like fights in the neighborhood.
Like Mike Tyson told, like somebody would take his favorite pigeon and break its neck in front of him. Of course you're going to hit hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were interviewing Mike one time and he...
My mom tucked me in until I was 15. What am I? Literally, what do I? When you ran out of milk and cookies, oh my God. What am I going to use, dude?
It's not exactly the same as...
I wish my stepdad would have fucked me, dude. Right now, dude, ground game. My wrist control.
You'd probably be
when you get fucked by your stepdad, dude, your wrist control is going to be...
It might be. Or when someone's on top of you, they may just hold you down and then you may just stiffen up and collapse. Like you may just learn how to take it and handle it. You never know how you're going to react.
You never know. Yeah,
how trauma affects you. But Tyson told us one time he was walking down the street when he was like 7 and someone grabbed him and pulled him into a building and him when he was a kid.
What?
Yeah, when he was 7.
Well, that's a left hook.
Yeah, that's the left hook.
That's the left hook.
That's the left hook.
That's the left hook, dude. I never had that left hook, dude. Everybody laughed at me and was cute to me. Everybody liked me.
Yeah, but Mike had it like that, like a childhood like that. You learn how to fight.
You learn how to fight.
You learn how to fucking
fight. And you're going to use that trauma when the going gets tough.
Yeah.
When the going gets tough for me, I want to go home, eat my fucking sandwich, dude.
Yeah.
I have a sandwich at home. My mom would pick me up from the tournament. If your mom is waiting for you to finish the MMA fight outside and keeps the car running so it's warm, that's not exactly...
You're not hungry.
I'm not hungry for it. I'm going to go home after... And also emotionally, I just... Like, at the gym, I still trained 6 or 7 years. Out of those 6 or 7, maybe 3 where I really went for it. And during that time, I was still at the gym, I would say, with professional fighters. I had some days where it was great because I'm in my comfort zone and I'm practicing a sport. And I was physically somewhat gifted. And also I really loved the sport. I loved to learn about it. I went to the gym. I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But I was in my comfort zone. And I would go... I would have some wars too, where I could kind of pull myself together and go to a place where I can kind of stand up for myself, keep my fucking both hands up, and exchange some blows, and sometimes get dropped or sometimes drop you. I had those moments, but then there was a bridge that I just couldn't cross to, like that competition.
Yeah.
It was just fucking too much. Like even as a kid, I remember when I was in like 8th grade, my classmate Marius, I went to a new school, tried to bully me, and then but I was bigger than him, and I pushed him on the floor, and the way he fell and he got hurt, the way he fell, the way he looked at me, I started crying.
Because what did he look wounded or like shocked?
He starts crying. He goes like this, "Oh, what did you do?" And I'm like, "I don't know," and I start crying because I'm an empathetic.
Yeah.
I'm raised by my sister and my mom. I'm just an empathetic guy.
Yeah.
So I guess I've never had that gear.
Yeah, that's tough in an MMA fight. If you start choking somebody and then you start crying.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah. But I mean, you're a nice guy, but you still can take care of yourself. Like, it's hard when you're fighting a guy who's like, this is how I'm going to feed my kid. That's a hard guy to fight.
Dude, yeah, my first fight, I remember it was me and my friend Myron, and he's like a nerdy guy. We smoke weed and we watch jiu-jitsu. And we're like, okay, hope for the best. Let's use my technique. I'll use my 1-2, and then I'll go for the takedown. And then we see the opponent, it's like, he's Russian, but not Russia. Not
right.
He's from the mountain, the hairy knuckles and the he's Mamogedov, and he's fucking, and he does, he walks into the ring, he does this shit, the Allah, the fucking.
Oh, like almost like Dagestani, like that.
Yeah. I'm trying a sport out, and he's the prophecy.
Yeah.
This is a different energy we're bringing in.
This is going into the depth of his soul, his connection to God. Yeah. And you're like,
prophecy.
Mom, what are we having for dinner as soon as I'm done fighting? Yeah.
And I knew I'm done when during jiu-jitsu practices, I would daydream about what song to use when I'm coming out. That's where I knew it's bad.
Oh, I would have used taps. Get my fucking ass kicked.
Because I really wanted the accolades. I wanted the cool girlfriend with the big tits.
Of course.
I wanted the big tits girlfriend. I wanted my mom to cry and say, I'm proud of your son. And I wanted to be on the ring with 2 belts. I was always visualizing that.
You were looking at, you wanted the results without the journey. You wanted a best-selling book without actually writing a book.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I get it. That's pretty common. I think a lot of people.
I wanted the killer. I wanted like some comedians want to be killer comedians, but they don't want to go. They don't want to do the thing. They don't want to do the mic.
I knew a girl who was an actress, and she would always talk about all this stuff as an actor. But it was like then she wouldn't go out and do auditions, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like you're not
the accolades.
The accolades are not important if you're not going to get them if you don't do what it takes to get them.
It's like a result-based dream. Ooh, Gordon Ramsay follows me. It's like a result-based dream.
That's exactly what. That's a good way to put it. It's a result-based dream.
You want all the cool shit, but do you want to? That's where I realized I'm going to be a comedian till the rest of my life, because at a shitty open mic, I love it.
Yeah,
I even love the bombing. I even love if I go out and kill Tony and it goes horribly. I would rather have that than nothing.
Have you had a few shit sets on Kill Tony?
100%, dude. Of course.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, and I even love that. If I could be at home and not have that, I would rather go and have that. And that's how I know I love comedy, because I even love that part.
Yeah, you love the bad parts, the good, the whole process of getting where you got to go.
But in mixed martial arts, all I wanted was the big tits girlfriend. I want that. The ex, who I still fuck, her too. I want her too. But I'm such a tough guy. I'm the alpha, dude.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a champion. I'm gonna. Everybody fucks me.
Sure.
Then I want the cool car.
For 5 seconds.
For 5 seconds. I'll come real quick, by the way. That's why I'm bad at threesomes. The other chick just sits there.
One pump for you, one pump for you. Good night, ladies.
Good night, ladies. Take the last train home. You're going to make it.
Have you had threesomes?
I've had one, I've had a few offers.
Okay.
But I'm already struggling with one.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to solve a Rubik's Cube, the last thing I need is a second Rubik's Cube.
That's right. All equally mixed up.
Yeah. But I've had one where I'm like banging a lady, and then I'm fingering the other one and she's eating her out, and that.
That's nice.
Is that a threesome?
Of course, there's 3 people.
There's
sure
3
it is.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Have you ever had a guy and you fuck a girl together with the guy?
Sure.
Really?
I mean, it's old hat to me. Sure, I paid for everything. I mean, yeah, I've done all. Oh yeah, with Ron Jeremy, I did it.
You banged a girl with Ron Jeremy?
I didn't fuck her.
He's in prison.
Yes, he is. Not for that though. Not for that. He's actually
Jim,
given
what did you do?
He got me blown. So he actually got an award for that. That was 2003. We was January of 2004. And we had sex with the same girl, but that was in a hotel room, and there were other girls there.
Oh wow!
Ron was fucking her.
What are you doing?
No, I don't do drugs. She blew me. I hosted the porn awards, so afterwards I was in my.
You fucked that girl?
No. Who is that girl? Let me see.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't just keep looking at these pictures.
So you've done all kinds of stuff, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, threesomes. To be honest, I've never had a lot of them. I've had a few in my life, but. Again, I find them to be overrated and a little distracting.
Yeah, 100%. It takes away from the whole. I love railing it's like an intimate connection that we're having. I'm not a guy who I'm a pervert. Like I am.
Yes.
Every hole is in play, including my holes. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you let a girl finger your ass?
I've tried it.
Come on.
But I'll find my groove at one point.
Sure. Did you not like it, or did you like it more than you thought?
I didn't like it.
Okay.
Just because I think I still have some limitations that I need to get rid of. Mentally.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it.
Right.
I love it. My tongue is going up a girl's ass all the time.
She's almost obligated to return the favor.
My tongue belongs up an ass.
It certainly does. I wish we could name the episode that. That would be a perfect name for this episode.
But if there's you know what I can do? That's very. When I used to bartend, that was a common thing that a guy and a gal would come in. The guy looks like slob of shit. The chick is good looking, but kind of worn out.
Yeah.
Kind of worn out, which I like. I like a little
beat up. Yeah. A little
story.
There's a lot of road behind.
There's a lot
her.
of history.
Yeah.
There's a story to tell. I like that.
It.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. Yeah, when the makeup is hiding something. I love that.
Yeah.
I love when it's hiding something.
Yeah, she's been through a few wars.
Yeah, she's
dirty girl.
Exactly. Yeah. There's some. Yeah. You're not gonna shock her.
Would you let a girl fuck you with a strap on? That's a yes. And there's only two responses to that: fuck no, or anything else is yes.
It depends on what I get after.
That's true.
You know,
trip to the hospital.
Depends on what I get after. But these guys would come in with their wives, and they would have an envelope, and they would be like, like $500 to fuck my wife at the hotel.
Really?
Yeah. But I wouldn't do that because I don't like that part. I would fuck the girl. I like the girl.
Sure.
But even if you're in the other, that's weird.
It's scary, yeah.
I like the part that it's me and her, and then we can get freaky with it.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy when there's another guy in the room. I don't do coke either, so I guess that maybe lacks. I think with coke, you kind of lose those boundaries a little bit.
You sure do.
So you can go a bit more ham. I mean, I go ham already sober, but only 1-to-1, I would say. If there's another guy on. But if you're in the other room, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, if she has a husband, make him wait in the lobby. Maybe she'll come down when she's done.
Yeah.
But it's a little scary. You never know if the guy's gonna freak out.
I know.
Ari, you're really I can't believe we're at an hour. It's great. Happy you came. I really appreciate you being on this. And when we close every episode, first of all, where can people see you? You're on the Killers of Kill Tony tour.
Just arimatti.com.
Yeah, and we'll have that in the description.
Yeah, thanks. On Instagram, Ari Matti, or if you Google Estonian comedian, I'm the only one.
You are the only one. You just pop up.
Yeah.
We need a catchphrase for this show. We don't have one. It's very unfortunate. So I'm asking every guest to help with some sort of a catchphrase, something that might suit the show.
Fuck. Like we have to. What did I say about? Does it have to be silly?
It can be whatever it is.
Fuck, you put him on the spot here.
I know exactly. That's why I do it.
Pick a hole.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jim. I love you.
I love you, pal.
You're an
Good
amazing
job.
comedian.
Thank you, man. You're great. I'm really happy for how well you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank Thank you so much for calling my show. The episode's over, it's time to go. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. I hope everything works out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out.